Alright, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode series. We start off this episode with a very important game against Leeds. Why is it important? Leeds are a big rival of Millwall, so you always want to win against your rivals. As Graham makes a beautiful save there as he's in goal in this game because David Ford is on international duty. And there Renaji steals that ball from the defender and makes it 1-0 to us in the 27th minute. And that's obviously huge, because this game was quite a bad game. Just not a lot of chances, a lot of fouls, just your usual derby. Leeds actually managed to pull it back in the 72nd minute there. As we draw against Leeds, really a boring game overall. As we have another somewhat rival game in front of us against Charlton. First we talked to the press that decided to motivate the team. Apparently it has some effects to the game, but Charlton, I wouldn't necessarily call them a rival. Obviously they're also a London team. As you see, they are 18th, we are 16th right now, but it's more of a friendly rivalry. Gosh, that's a hard word, I'd say. And yeah, we're 16th right now as Renaji puts that in for the 1-0. But in the championship, as you may or may not know, it usually is like that. There are two teams who are dominating, then maybe 1, 2 or 3 teams behind them, and after that, usually from the 5th or 6th place all the way to the 15th place, at least at the start of the season, just a lot of teams with within a 2 or 3 point range. So whenever you win a game, you could move up 3 or 4 places, and obviously whenever you lose, you could move down 1, 2 or 3 places. As we make it 2-0 against Charlton actually, which obviously would be huge. And Renaji scoring again. He's been scoring a lot this season for us. Very sad that he's gonna sorry for that. He's gonna leave us in the January transfer window, as he's only on loan from Watford, I think. As David Ford makes a beautiful save. Great effort to keep the clean sheet. And there Henderson, their goalkeeper, makes a weird pass, weird chip, actually right into the right to Powell. And now Powell passes it to Easter. Easter first hits the defender, but after rebound he scores to make it 3-0 to us. And there Charlton had another corner. I just decided to show you that because David Ford made a nice double there to keep the clean sheet. 3-0 against Charlton. Very decisive win. We've had the upper hand in this game pretty much. Charlton had barely any quality chances. And our next game is at home against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough obviously kind of a tough team because they almost kicked out Liverpool from the Capital One Cup. As you can see there, they actually managed to score 1-0 there. Kind of a bullshit goal. One of them tried to shoot and it hit Dunn, and off of the rebound off of him is picked up by their striker. I didn't see the name, I'm sorry. And he managed to score that. So we tried everything, went all out attack, because I really didn't want to lose against them. But their goalie made all kinds of efforts, making great saves. But there, Anya Dinma, off the headed pass from Jimmy Abdu, makes it 1-1. And yeah, it actually hit a defender there, so we were a bit lucky. But they were also obviously lucky on their 1-0, so it's a fair result. And there you see some guys who we sign actually to our youth squad. That Jack McNulty guy with a high minimum potential and also a high maximum potential. Also Sammy Ince, also with a high minimum potential. You always gotta look for those guys with a high minimum potential, because they the maximum potential usually falls down the longer you keep them on your the longer you scout them and have them on your youth squad. But the minimum potential usually stays the same or actually goes up, so you have a higher chance to get a an actual quality prospect if you go for the high minimum potential. Also, some more advice, I'd say, as we see a nice counter attack here. Always don't sign anybody after just 1 week. Yeah, it might be you may risk, if you scout them for 1 or 2 weeks more, that you lose them to another team, but really usually see a guy with an 87 maximum potential, you'd be like, whoa, I gotta sign him. But you really have to scout them 1 or 2 weeks more. Usually 1 week is enough, and then I'd sign them, because it actually costs quite a bit, 21,000 pounds, well, which is not that much, but still, it depends on what club you have. For Millwall, it's actually quite some money, and yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. If they still have a high potential after 1 or 2 weeks, as they make it 2-2 there, then you can sign them, and obviously release them if they don't fulfill that potential. And there, in the 90th minute, Alan Dunn makes it 3-2 to us. Very lucky there. After, I mean, we had the control of the game all the way, but they somehow managed to score 2 goals, very undeservingly, but we still came back to win it after we already had the lead 2-0, which would have been very frustrating if we would have drew the game. As you see, we're currently 10th, and now we're gonna take on 2nd place Norwich, and Norwich having a very good season, so yeah, it was gonna be a hard game. You're gonna see it there. They sometimes manage to just breeze through my defense with that nice through ball there, for example. And there, some mayhem in the box, as that's actually one of the issues I have on World Class, is the corners for the computer, pretty much. Usually, you see it right there. Usually, when they take their keeper out, he catches it wherever it is in the box. When you get the keeper out, then he just makes a weird attempt to fist the ball away, as we see right there. 1-0 to Norwich, which is very gutting. But yeah, it also feels like you can never clear the ball with a header. Really, it's very weird. It usually falls then to a foot of your opponent, as we lose this game against Norwich, which is kind of disappointing, because we've been better defensively in the second half. But then they actually managed to score the 1-0. But hey, it was the 2nd placed opponent. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Subscribe for more Millwall Career Mode series, Ultimate Team, pack openings, and all that good stuff. Tune in next time. See you guys then. Goodbye.